Well, this could be a classic between these two. Might need all 7 frames.
Well, I think it's fair to say, and I'm not going out on any particular limb here, it will be more evenly contested than our previous contest.
Played safe there, did you, Phil? Well, that's a great return safety there from Scott.
I'll tell you what, Judd Trump will be hoping to play substantially better than when he played Graeme Dott in the Masters much earlier this year in January. Quarter-final it was. Dott prevailed by 6 frames to 1. Trump, having laid that snooker there 8 months ago at the Alexandra Palace, had an absolute nightmare. One of the worst performances I've ever seen from him. And overall, Dott leads by 3 wins to 2 in their head-to-head encounters. Although Trump's 2 victories were rather significant, both in quarterfinals. 13-5, quarterfinal of the World Championship 2011. 5-4, quarterfinal of the Shanghai Masters last season.
Well, he's overhit that slightly, and he might have left this red on that's just left of the pack here. Graeme having a look at the potting angle. Judd needed to get that white nearer to that side, that back cushion, I should say. Well, you can't see the straighter red, but he can take this one on. Well played. Needs to slow down though to be on a bulk colour. That's okay, and he's on the green. I don't think this guy gets the recognition that he deserves, really, Phil. He's such a great competitor, isn't he? Former world champion, of course, back in 2006. He's been in the world final once again. But, you know, he's pretty much, he's always there or thereabouts, isn't he? You know, he's a hard man to shake off once he's in the mood.
Well, his record at the Crucible has been excellent over the years. Runner-up in 2004 to Ronnie O'Sullivan, beaten 18-8, that after winning the first 5 frames. So gave O'Sullivan an early scare there. Beat Peter Ebdon in the final of the World Championship in 2006. And he was back there in the game's biggest match in 2010, losing out to Neil Robertson. Of late, though, he has been struggling.
Yes, I was doing Graeme a disservice there. Of course, it was 3 world finals, as you mentioned, Phil, not 2. I'll be best pleased with that. Reddy's just missed the corner, though. Sorry, the centre pocket, I should say. To split a few. Could have finished better. He might have to take this red on down the cushion. I think it's going to be interesting this season, Phil, to see how Judd's... Oh, has he got one in the middle of the pack here? No. Just to say about Judd Trump, it'd be interesting to see how his season pans out, because he was a little bit in and out last season. He wants to do better this year, that is for sure.
Well, I hope he has a very good season, purely from a personal point of view, because I just enjoy watching him play so much. I like to see him involved in the latter stages of events. He plays such a spellbinding brand of snooker. When he's on form, to me, he looks irresistible. But as you say, he's inconsistent.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Tough match tough match for both of these, really, to sort of meet so early in the draw.
And I was saying that Graeme Dott's been struggling so far this season. What about Judd Trump? He's had a terrible start to the campaign. Beaten in the last 64 of the Wuxi Classic by Li Hang. And he hasn't qualified for the Indian Open either. Lost to Zhang Anda 4-3 recently up in Doncaster. Didn't travel down to the Australian Goldfields Open. And so it's been a stuttering start to the campaign.
And that man in our picture always also looking for something here. Chance for Judd though.
In the most recent European Tour event, the Bluebell Wood Open up in Doncaster, talking of harsh draws, the first round draw was Judd Trump against Ding Junhui. Ding prevailing 4-3 in a match that could have been the final.
Now, can he knock this red in? Stunned down for the black. Bang in the middle. And he's lost the white though. I don't know whether he's played that. I think he's played that just off one cushion with the cue ball as we watch the replay. Might have possibly played it off two, but only able to play the safety. Ooh, that was a slightly heavy contact.
Those two balls were like Fred Flintstone snooker balls. You expected sparks to shoot up. Where's Dino?
Probably having a mini rack of Brontosaurus ribs.
Just while we're in the early stages of this frame, let me give you a couple of results. Anthony Hamilton has beat the Thai Ratchayothin Rotheruk. Have I got that right? 4-2. Martin O'Donnell 4-3 over Darren Cook, the amateur. These are the last few remaining first round matches I'm telling you about. Scotland's Michael Leslie, he's beaten Vinnie Calabresi of Australia 4-1. And in the match to determine Mark Selby's next opponent, Rod Lawler leads Adam Duffy by 2 frames to 1. Looks as though he's going to lead 3-1. Was that a little mouse or a rodent? There it is. Yes, I think it is.
It was the Mighty Mouse.
Well, well, well. Don't think Judd Trump's too impressed. I've heard about certain snooker players being part of snooker's Brat Pack, but not Rat Pack.
Well, that was a chance. The Judd there, caught that red too thick. Let's give him another chance here for Graeme Dott to get back in. Again, he's just overdone it with the cue ball. I think he might have the black to the centre, but it's a big shot to take on. Those are never easy. No, I think he's back again. There he is. Well, this is a first, Phil.
Graeme Dott won.
Dott looking with incredulity. There's the intruder. Oh yes, definitely a mouse. They should erect one of those spinning wheels on Judd Trump's table, keep him occupied.
Well, it is a roll-on, roll-off system.
Rather a bitty start to the competition between these two. Gives them the opportunity to give you some latest scores from round 2. 10 tables in operation simultaneously here. And there's a possible shock in store. Saqib Nazir, an amateur, leads Stuart Bingham by 3 frames to 2. Mark Davis 3-1 up on Steve Davis, but it looks as though the 6 times world champion is going to salvage frame 5. As both players here find their range hard to get. Other second round scores: David Morris from the Republic of Ireland leads Sean O'Sullivan 3-2. And the first player into the last 32, that distinction goes to Alex Davis, who's beaten Stuart Carrington 4-1.
On. Seven. Eight.
By the way, Ronnie O'Sullivan doesn't hang around. You might have just seen him
15.
beating Ahmed Saif 4-0 on this very table. Well, he's back out there on an outside table this time, taking on Chris Wakelin in the second round.
16.
The first frame well underway. So hardly any gap between matches, but I think that's how he would like it, Mike.
Yeah, I think so. He's said in the past, hasn't he? He's not one for hanging around. He likes to just punchy and stuff like that, get the matches out the way, continue with the next one. It's when he gets to the tournament, he has to sort of play one match and then hang around for 3 or 4 days that he hates in the longer tournaments. But let's not forget, like I said, that these boys have got 3 matches to play today to qualify for Sunday, then 4, possible 4 on Sunday to win the event, of course. But they'll have a day of rest tomorrow. So there is a slight advantage there for the boys that play on the Friday instead of on the Saturday. And this is becoming a good chance here for Graeme Dott to take this opening frame in this encounter. It's not been too great so far from these two. Being disturbed by A little mouse in the arena. Wonder if he's bought a ticket.
28.
He put a stun through the gap there, but now this is a great chance for the Scot to lead 1-0. Not good signs, early signs from Judd Trump either, Phil, to be honest.
36.
No, we've already said his season yet to be
37.
kick-started.
This red to really make sure then.
45.
Well, you can't say it's been a clinical frame from
52.
Graeme Dott, but I think it's been an encouraging one.
53. $60. 61. $67. 69.
And if Trump didn't realise he was in for quite a battle
72.
beforehand, I'm sure he does now.
$76.
Dott is always very determined. When he's got confidence to complement that, as an opponent,
81.
he's a real handful.
$87. 94.
Few mistakes early on, but in the end, Graeme Dott comes good. A 94 clearance. Early days, but he draws first blood, and Judd Trump in a bit of trouble.